video over and over again are still scarred from what we observed while watching Miss Lewis insert instruments, 6 of them, into either the vaginous end or anus of OC. And I know the court can't be untouched by the fact that at one point, perhaps the only point where there's any significant movement by OC, you see her writhing away in pain as an object that is physically larger than she can accommodate is inserted into her vagina. And what does Defendant Lewis do upon that event? She turns and smiles and mugs for her co-defendant, Mr. Emilio. That's the compassion that she showed for OC on that particular day, Judge. And I think it gives the court tremendous insight into what both of these individuals are all about. And throughout this case, it's always been about them and their own sexual gratification and the way they can get to the next level of their own individual pleasure. And they could care less about the victims that they abused while obtaining their own enjoyment. And that's the sum and substance of what this case is all about when you break it down. And reasonable people can differ about what is reasonable in terms of the sentence here, I think. But I know the counsel for Ms. Lewis indicates that murderers only get 30 years in state prison. We don't have one victim, Judge. And if we had one victim, I would suggest a 30-year sentence might be the right number. But that's not where we are. So we need to move on to the next sentencing event and see what the law permits. And in fact, I think it's pretty, from the state's perspective, it's clear what the sentencing and reviewing courts think is appropriate. There is a second